As an immigrant who came into the United States, even though after doing banking and finance, after studying chartered accountancy, I came into this country and I was so confused when it comes to the financial system because nobody taught me. And it's a system where when you come here, it's not as if somebody sits you down to teach you about the financial system. Even when I went to the bank to open like my first bank account, the things that they told me, I had no idea if I even understood them. Because when I got my first credit card, I maxed it out because I didn't understand how credit card works in this country. If you are new here, you don't know who I am. My name is Delphine, and my goal here is to help you as you start on your financial journey. Maybe you want to be able to make more money, you want to be able to save money, or you want to invest your money, and you don't know where to start. On this channel, my goal is to educate you so you don't make the same mistakes that many immigrants or many people who are starting from scratch make. So the first thing when you are starting on your financial journey, the first thing that I will tell you is that you should stop comparing yourself with others. So one thing that I want you to know is that when it comes to money, it is about your life. Where we live now and the present season in which we are, social media make people to feel that everyone is doing so well. The first thing is that many people, when they post things on social media, they post their highlight reels, they post that vacation, they post that new dream car. But guess what? They don't post the credit card that they use to spend when they travel for that vacation. They don't post the credit card that they use to buy that new car. And so we see those things and we start comparing ourselves with others. And one thing that I want you to know is that, especially when you are starting your journey, you don't even know how money works. There are so many people on this journey who have been building themselves for a very long period of time. For example, me as an immigrant, when I came into this country, I didn't even know how money works in this country, right? But there are many children who were born in this country and they grew up hearing about credit card. They grew up hearing about investment. They grew up hearing about all these things that I only started learning from the time I moved into the United States. These children who are growing in this country, they have parents who tell them about the financial system. They have parents who tell them about credit cards. And sometimes, even when they are going through some challenges, they have families, they have parents here who help them. But some of us who are starting from scratch, we don't have that advantage. We don't have that privilege. We, for example, as immigrants, we send money back home because people back home, they don't even understand the trials. They don't even understand the challenges that we go through. So when you travel out of the country as an immigrant, your family back home already knows that they are all fine because they know that their relative is in America. But the truth is, when you come into this country, you are still struggling to understand the financial system. And so there is that pressure. There is a lot of pressure on you. First of all, the language barrier. There is a pressure of trying to be able to meet up with the demands that are ahead of you. Then you are even trying to figure out yourself in this country. And sometimes when you come, it's not as if the job that you did back home, you can easily just come and start doing that same job. I know so many people who worked as ministers, who had very good jobs back in their countries before they moved to the United States. But when they came here, they were not able to do those same type of things. They had to go and start from square one. Most of them go and they start working in group homes. They start earning minimum wage. But those are people that were well respected in their countries. And so when you are starting on your journey, the first thing that I want you to know is that you are starting from square one. You don't have to compare yourself with anybody. You are deciding that you want to start on this journey. And that is the beginning. If you don't make that decision, there is no way you are going to start on your financial journey. Because when we travel, sometimes when we come here, you are just living on survival mode. And so in order for you to stop living on survival mode, the second thing that I will do is that I would gain clarity. What is it exactly that you want to achieve? What is that amount of money that you need in order for you to be able to survive? So the amount of money that you need, how much is your rent? How much do you need for your feeding? How much do you need for your medications? How much do you need for insurance? How much do you need for transportation? Those basic needs, the things that you must do, those are like your fixed costs. How much money do you need? You need to get clear with that amount of money. And so you get the bills that repeat themselves every month. And so you know this is the exact amount of money that I need every month in order for me to be able to survive. That is how you start to get clarity. And when you are clear, it becomes so powerful because you are not going to make decisions anyhow. You are going to make intentional decisions so that you'll be able to meet your goals. And so when you get those real numbers, you get those real amounts that you need in order for you to live, then that is a third thing, which is your survival baseline. That is the amount of money that you need in order for you to be able to survive. Any other thing, let's say you start getting subscription for Netflix, that's just an extra. So that's not a necessity. If you buy things on Amazon that you don't need, that's not a necessity. So this baseline, these are the necessary things that you need to do every month. And so if you have a job where you are able to cover these needs, then the panic mode is over because you now know you are safe. So many people don't even have that amount. So many people struggle and every month we keep dipping ourselves into credit cards. And the interesting thing is that when you get that credit card, you don't even understand how it works. Most people max their credit cards, and after you max that credit card, then you have to start paying the credit card company. Every month, you are losing so much money because you took that credit card. And in order for you to avoid things like that, you need to know your survivor baseline so that you know exactly how much money you can strive for. So when you are looking for a job or you are looking for a certain amount of money, you know that this is the amount of money I need in order for me to be able to survive in this country. So when you get this baseline overcomers, the next thing that I would really encourage you to do is that you get to reset mode. Maybe you came into this country and you've already made so many financial mistakes. And so you don't want to keep making those mistakes. One thing that I want you to know is that when you came into this country, you were already old, right? You were in your 20s, in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And you come into this country, but the people you are competing with, people your age, they had been growing in the system. They had been building investment. They had been building wealth, right? But you come and you are starting from zero. Even though you are starting from zero, you are so much at a disadvantage because there are so many things that are still holding you back. Remember that you don't even have any work history in this country. When you go to look for your first job, they start asking you for work history. You go to look for that job, they're asking you for references, which you don't have. And so just because you don't have those things, you are starting from square one. And so the amount of money that you are going to be making is not going to be worth your experience. And so you are at a disadvantage. And sometimes even the money we make, we get so excited. Personally, when I came to this country, when I make any amount of money, I convert it into my currency. And I was like, wow, I'm already making this amount of money. And so you are in that mode where you feel like you can spend anyhow, you can use any amount of money, but you forget to understand that the value of that money in this country is not that much compared to the conversion in your currency. So I don't want you to beat yourself regarding the mistakes that you've made. Those are gone. 2026 is a new year and you are starting from square one, remember. So when you enter this reset mode, you can go ahead and pause things that are not essential. Let's say you have a Netflix subscription. It's not a necessity at this time. You can pause that subscription. Maybe you have some other things that you used to go out and eat a lot. You can pause that and intentionally start cooking at home. Sometimes we see all these ads on Facebook, we see all these ads on TV. Those things are intended to make you an impulsive buyer. But overcomers, I want you to know that when you are in this reset mode, you can pause all those unnecessary expenses. And now when you pause that, you now start making this money. You take this money that you were spending for those things and then put that money to use. The fifth thing that I will do is that I'm going to focus on cash flow. So when you are starting from zero, the amount of money that you make matters so much compared to perfection. You don't want to be perfect. You want to grow. You want to be able to have some income coming in. Of course, you have your job that you are working right now, right? One of the things that you can do is that you can start selling some of the things in your house that you are not using. You can look in a corner and you see that maybe you have a microwave that you are not using. Why is it there? Sell them. Life has become easier for us to be able to sell these things. Go to Facebook Marketplace and you'll be able to sell those things. Anything in your house that you are not using, sell it so that you can use that money to start your foundation. So if you are working a full-time job and then you have a weekend that is off, you can do some odd jobs. You can go ahead and babysit. There are so many things that you can start doing in order for you to bring some extra money in. You just have to be intentional. You can go ahead and take the same skill that you are using and start doing freelance work. I did that. As a senior DevOps engineer, I offered my services on Fiverr. That is something that we can start doing. Whatever you are doing, so many people are in need of that service that you offer. The next thing that I will do is that I'm going to build a small emergency fund. I'm not going to start with any huge amount of money. I'll start with $500. Then after that, if I can build $1,000, that's amazing. Then the next thing I'll do, I will try to get to 1,500. And overcomers, if you start intentionally selling those things, as we said before, and putting that money toward this emergency fund, then it's going to be of great help to you. So one thing that I want you to know is that 24% of households in America don't have up to $1,000 saved as an emergency fund. And so if you get to that point where you are able to save 1,000 or 1,500, you are already more than that percentage. So it's an amazing place for you to be because you have that cushion. You have that amount of money that you feel like, okay, I feel a little bit secure right now. If an emergency occurs, you don't need to dip yourself into a credit card. You don't need to go and borrow money. You can take that emergency money and use for that emergency. So the seventh thing that I'm going to do is that at this point, I'm going to make sure that I have my finance structured. So I'll have something like a budget. Make it very simple. You know exactly how much is coming in. You know exactly how much is going out. So when you have something like that, don't overcomplicate it because you already have so many things in your mind. You just want something that you can track your finances. And when you start doing that, you become intentional when it comes to your money. The eighth thing that I would do is that I'm going to automate everything that I can automate. For example, if I have my rent, right, I'll automate that rent. I don't want to miss bills. I'm going to automate my phone bills, anything that I can automate so that I'm not going to be wasting time to send money to those places every month. I'm going to make it in a way that every month it automatically goes to those places because I know those are necessities. And when you do that, it frees yourself, it frees you, it liberates you from extra workload. And so you are able to think better to start building the things that you are doing. The ninth thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to now start intentionally learning how money works in this system. I'm going to start learning how to make extra money. How can I start saving money? When you keep your money in the bank, you don't really make any interest from it. And when there is inflation, you keep losing that money. And so, but there are other things like high yield savings account. If you put your money in a high yield saving account, then that money will grow, sometimes 4%, 5%, depending on the company. I'm going to put some of the high yield saving account that I trust down below so you can check them out. If you have watched this video up to this point, I want to encourage you to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Then go ahead and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Check the description and you are going to see any information that you need. Anything that I talk about in this video is going to be in the description box down below. I have a book that is coming out. It's called The Money Start. I want to encourage you to watch out for that book. In that book, you are going to learn how to start on your financial journey. So then you start learning how credit card works. You learn how to build credit. You learn how to save. You learn how to invest long term. You start learning about the investment system. And overcomers, on this channel, I'm going to show you these things step by step as time goes on. So if you have not yet subscribed, I'm going to encourage you to subscribe so that when I post those videos, you are not going to miss them. So when you understand how money works in this country, when you understand how to build finance, you gain confidence. You are not going to be struggling. You are not going to be confused when you hear about, let's say, credit score. You are not going to be confused when you hear about some financial term because you have taken time to study. I'm going to celebrate every progress that I make. So as you start on your journey, overcomers, it's an intentional act. You start learning how to make more money. You start learning how to save your money. You start learning how to invest your money. It's a huge breakthrough because when you start like that, you get to that point where you start building wealth. You get to that point of financial freedom. And for you to get to that point, you have to start one day. And one thing that I will tell you is that don't shame yourself. Don't feel that you are behind because everybody that you see making it today, and of course, who told you that they are making it? So I want you to focus on your life. Where were you yesterday? Have you made any progress? Where are you going? So when you focus on your life and you see where you were yesterday, the next thing that you have to do is just to progress. And as you progress, you are only going to get better. And everyone you see crushing it today, they started from zero. And that's exactly where you are starting. So, overcomers, I want to encourage you. If you need to learn how to start a business from square zero, I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and watch this video. And I'm going to see you in that video. Love you all so much.